This looks pretty cool.
Behold, wounded one, the very boundaries of civilization.
Hey guys, welcome back to Titanshield Gaming. I am going to give you guys my first impressions of Conan Exiles. Now, saying that, I last night downloaded this game, I went on to official, and it was a shit show. So I decided to do the logical thing, which was turn off the game, go to bed, go to work, come back from work, and then do a video and some my first impression video. So that I am doing right now. I'm hoping you guys will appreciate that. And there's some pretty messed up things and props on this game, I have to say. This is some pretty creepy stuff. But overall, the combat system in itself seems to be a little clunky for me. But you know what? I'm pretty sure that's going to change later on when I have better weapons and I know what I'm doing when I'm fighting. So there is some interesting stuff. The lore in this game right now in the beginning is really nice. I cannot wait until they extend that further out into the game. Now there is stuff, there's statues, there's interactive objects that you can encounter, but overall it seems like this game has a lot of potential. And there's a lot of people out there right now decrying this game, saying it's garbage and this and that and da-da-da. It's alpha. It is freaking early access alpha. Calm down, people. Chill. Give it a month or two. Then make your assumptions and voice your concerns. Now, before I move on, I want to show you guys this. This is some pretty twisted stuff. This guy right here, look at this. The pike goes through his butt, through his chest, out his mouth. Now that right there is some twisted shit, guys. I don't know if I like that or if I don't like that, but I think that's grisly as shit and I love it. It sets the tone for the game for when you're actually in the desert trying to run into land. Now I learned the hard way, guys. I learned the hard way on this. What? Oh shit! That looks so cool! I want one! Okay, I gotta get my ass over to some place to drink, and it looks like there's water right there where those palm trees are. Come on, come on, my health is going down. My health is going down, I'm gonna die. Come on, water. Oh no! If I slow down, does it help me survive? No, I died already, god damn it. Well, after looking for my body a little while, I decided to say, screw it, I'm going to go start over again. So this time, I ended up heading in a little more inland and working on getting myself some tools. So that right in itself was an interesting thing because it has a very similar parallel to Rusk, which this game, like, it looks like Rusk got a reskin in some parts of it, but overall, it has some pretty cool, intricate engrams that you have to learn. So you have to unlock certain keys that will unlock other ones. So you could choose if you want to be more melee based, range based, builder, or basically someone that is a survivalist that goes around and, like, you know, does all that good stuff. So I'm hoping this will be expanded a little bit and you can have some clear, distinct differences in classes. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. Oh, that's weird. So you gotta chop it down and then pick it up. You don't just... Okay, that's kind of weird. I've never actually done that. So you chop it down. You get resources. And if I pick these... No, I don't. Okay, that was just the animation. Yeah. Gonna get a sword. Once we get that sword, we're gonna start fucking people up for their shit. That's how I like it. So the next thing I wanted to try was the building in this game. From what I understand, underwater stuff you can't really harvest at the moment. I'm hoping they'll change that later on. But This is an interesting building thing. It has almost like a feel like Rust, but Ark in between. So it's a little familiar to me, but it's also a little foreign. So I had to get used to it. Some pretty easy snap points. I could see people using this as a really good way of setting up a base of operations outside an enemy base by just like slapping it all down, boom, 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 really fast. So that in itself is really cool. You got a door here. You can open it. I have not seen any locks yet for it, but I'm assuming that's later on in more advanced building materials.
That's cool.
Now, while exploring and getting materials, there's another thing I encountered that I thought was really cool about this game, and that's NPCs in the world. Now, that in itself is really confusing for me because one, I think they're players at first glance, and then I see how they're running and they're syncing in properly, and they don't look like players. They look like computer AI. So I ran away from them. They followed me for a very long distance on multiple occasions. So I basically decided, you know what, I gotta fight these things or run away from them. So majority of the time, I would just do what most AIs have a difficulty doing is I jump in the water and swim away from them or glitch them on terrain. So that in itself, it's nothing special out of the AI out of this game. I'm assuming it's gonna get stronger maybe or better programmed. But overall, the water seems to be the safe zone on this game. There's no creatures in the water that I've seen outside of the occasional alligator or crocodile. You do not lose any stamina, so you can technically swim from one side of the map to the other and not have to worry about stamina, which is a really quick way of getting back to your body, by the way. Me and Buck learned that out pretty fast. Now, back to the combat. I like the combat. Like, I could slash and move around in circles, and it kind of confuses people in general on this game, or mobs in general. But I find that... Oh, they gave up. I did not realize at the time that if they give up, you can actually, I believe, recruit them. That someone told me that. But holy shit, this is a graphic. Look at that. Look at the blood everywhere and the head just popping off. That is some pretty gnarly stuff. I like it because it's Conan. It's acceptable, but look at the funny little positions these ragdolls fall into. The combat, it's a little clunky, but you know what? I think that's just a little bit of people needing to get used to it. And also just people not realizing that it's like a barbaric horde kind of attack. So it's very broad strokes and not a lot of finessing when it comes to movement.
Let's kill this dude. I don't know what the hell you are, dude, but I'm sorry. I need you. If I can eat you, I'm definitely gonna eat you. Open. You have nothing in you that I can use. But you do have food, I believe. Oh, eggs. I got eggs last time. Okay, so I should have some dude coming after me now.
The next issue I wanted to address in this is food. Food is extremely hard to come by when you first start out because you do not have a campfire. And I do believe that campfire should be closer down to the beginning so that you have a direct connection between you surviving and you playing the game. If you can't survive because you're starving and dying of thirst, you're not going to be able to play the game. So me and some other player are trying to kill this unbelievably fast gazelle or whatever it is, antelope. And we're not having a good time trying to get it. But overall, we worked together as complete strangers and we managed to get it and share the meat. So that was a really cool part of the community I felt from this game initially. So it's really cool. But the other thing I really dislike about this game, they need to fix it and make it a little easier for people like me who are just starting out, is the thirst. When you get thirsty, you literally have like 30 seconds before you die. No ifs, ands, or buts. So that I've actually had situations where I did not have access to water, and while running to water, I couldn't get there in time and I died. Now there are water skins that you can craft, and I think that's what they're aiming for, is you to rely mainly on water skins. I think that's a pretty cool part of it, if that is the feature, but I do believe they need to make it a little more of, like, give me a minute and a half or a minute while I'm like really thirsty, to get to a water source. Well guys, that was as far as I really got when it came to my first impressions of this game. After this, Buck came on, I decided to go meet him, do a little exploration, and then we ended up doing some good gameplay, which I'm going to be bringing to you as soon as I can. Probably today or tomorrow. So I want to thank you guys for coming back and looking at my first impression of this game. It has some little things here and there that need to be tweaked or fixed or readjusted. But overall, I think this is a game that holds a lot of potential, and it definitely stands up to Ark and Rust when it first came out, like comparing them both when they first came out. So this right here is a really cool building system, has really fun combat, and overall it just seems like it's going to be a pretty cool game. Now I'm hoping the devs will keep up on par with the demands of the community, as well as bringing out concurrent information, as well as lore and technology, as well as potentially other maps. So thank you guys for coming back to Titanshield Gaming. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below. What did you think of your first impressions of the game? I know a lot of people had a rough time out there and they tried to play the night before when it was released. I decided to do it the day after, and it seems to be a lot smoother. Fight me, man! Fight me! Oh shit, Cosby! They didn't weigh you down! Let me go! Come up to me! Come up to me! Go! 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 Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Move! Go! You fucking scrubs! The weapons in there.
Hold on, look